Chi. Get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
We don't test any of our products on animals. We use Filipino children.
Damn.
That's messed up. It's not even funny. It's like crossing the line. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd be hot. They're like, if somebody said, we don't test any of our products on animals, we use black children. I'll
be hot.
I'll be hot.
Facts.
Animals. We use Filipino children.
It's crazy.
Technology would be fantastic, but more than that, it's to get a promise from the BBC that they're not gonna do this again, because this is the second time that they have made fun of Filipinos.
Like the DR, Colombia.
Yeah, it's like when stuff go wrong, you have to go out and voice that, or people are gonna think it's cool. They're
gonna think it's okay. It's accepted.
Yeah, you have to do what he's doing. Yo, the first time we let it slide.
Yeah, because that's a thin line about comedy. Like, if you get it off, and people, even if they chuckle, then you're like, all right, that's okay.
Yeah.
But it's a thin gray line because, like you see, he didn't like it the first time. He definitely didn't like it the second time.
He tried to make sure it's definitely not a third. Facts.
Yes. The Philippines, Thailand, like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education.
Oops, mukhang hindi ata maganda ang tabas.
Just because you speak English don't mean you're educated more than someone that doesn't speak English. To even think that way, it's just stupid.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
So they can't learn, they can't be educated in their own languages.
But that would be the type of person who like would go to another country that's non-English speaking.
Yeah.
Or even if people could speak English, because most people speak dual languages outside of here.
Right.
And she would be the one saying, speak English.
Yeah. And yeah, definitely. And what makes it even better, this right here is a black woman. You know, we heard these type of comments forever, like, oh, black people can't get educated. They only go so far in life. So we heard that forever. So for somebody black to regurgitate that type of stereotypes that was put on us, should know better. Yeah.
Like the DR, Colombia, the Philippines, Thailand, like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education.
Oops, mukhang hindi ata maganda ang tabas ng dila ni ate at may pinagdadaanan. Pero, bago yan. Pagbati muna mga kaproud. Today's video episode ay pag-uusapan natin ang mga tulongges na nangutya sa Filipino at ano nga bang napala nila na siguradong pinagsisisihan nila kaagad. Una na dyan ang eksena sa Chinese TV series na Make My Heart Smile, kung saan tinawag na mukhang katulong na Pinay si ate girl sa kanyang pamimili ng damit sa fitting room. Compliment ba to o pangungutya? Ang gandang katulong naman po niyan, pero pwede namang tawaging katulong na lang. Bakit kailangan samahan pa ng Filipina? Kayo talagang mga Chekwa, oh.
Right. Well, we've been going through that for years. We're going through that for years. Why I gotta be accompanied when I'm in the changing room trying something on?
Yeah.
I can handle it.
Yeah.
I can handle trying on these pants and trying on this shirt.
Yeah.
I don't need you at the door playing peekaboo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? While I'm trying to get myself together. Especially, it is even worse when you are going into a fitting room and you see somebody leaving with like thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
Not being watched.
Comfortable. And you want to try on a graphic t-shirt.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, you can't get a moment of privacy, man.
Yeah. They be like, let me count. You're walking in with 3 shirts and 3 pants.
3 shirts and 3 pants. Here's a tag for each item.
So when you leave, we're going to count this again. 3 shirts and 3. Make sure you got a couple of shirts on, a couple of jeans on.
Yeah. I'm protecting your interest in mine.
Yeah, it's crazy. Say like an eye. Man, that is messed up. You say like a Philippine maid.
Wow. Yeah.
It's crazy.
You dress for work.
It's crazy.
Social media was abuzz with the controversy surrounding Kuwaiti influencer Sondos Al-Khatan and her comments regarding Kuwait's rules on Filipino domestic workers.
Karma is real. Yan ang nangyari sa isang Kuwaiti influencer matapos umani ng batikos ang kanyang post patungkol sa pagtanggi nito sa panukalang bigyan ng isang araw na pahinga ang mga Pilipino domestic helpers sa Kuwait. At bigyan din sila ng karapatan na panghawakan ang kanilang mga pasaporte.
يكون عندك خادم بالبيت ويكون جوازه عنده وين كان جوازها وراحت سافرت شلون مني عوضني ولا لا الشيء الأدوي الأمر إن كل أسبوع لها يوم
That's crazy. I can imagine no issue like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be complaining about when I was working having 2 days off. I didn't even think that was enough.
Right.
Because them 2 days you're just really resting and running errands, so it's really never.
Yeah, you're resting so you can go back to work.
Yo, so I can only imagine if you want me to work 6 days and only get 1 day off. What about me? What about my life and what I'm going through? And it's like they was holding their passports too, so it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like holding me hostage.
Yeah.
Agad namang nakakuha ng simpatsya sa ibang mga vlogger ang mga Pilipino o OFW at gumawa din ng hakbang ang POEA.
How would you feel if you worked for someone that didn't only not give you the day off, but disagreed with the very ideology that you deserve a day off?
Kuwaiti blogger Son.
You don't want to give me a day off, but you're too lazy to clean up your own house. That's why you need me here.
Right. Absolutely.
Make that make sense.
You won't even clean your house on your day off.
But you mad because I want a day off? Because I don't want to be cleaning behind you 7 days a week?
Maybe I want to clean my place.
With the very ideology that you deserve a day off.
It's crazy.
Kuwaiti blogger Sondos Al-Katan may be blacklisted from hiring Filipino domestic helpers according to the POEA.
Marami na rin mga
Because it seems like you're taking advantage.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like
Absolutely.
One of the first rules you learn is treat people the way you want to be treated. Would you want to be worked that type of way?
Yeah. Not at all.
Would you not want no days off?
Not at all. Would you not want time with your children?
Yeah. Am I asking too much? I want to spend time with my kids?
Endorsement ang nag-pull out sa kanyang social media account dahil sa kanyang inasal.
Actor says it was shocked by the comments made by the influencer and suspended all collaborations with her. London-based cosmetic company Chelsea Boutique also tweets it has removed videos of Al-Katan on its channels.
Ang issue ni Al-Katan ay
That's why stuff need to be said and stuff need to be done. When people start seeing stuff like that, it makes it less likely for somebody to do it in the future. But they seeing everyone doing it, nothing's happening. It's gonna make more and more people do it. But now they see punishments happen, then they're not gonna do the same
they're
thing.
going to leave it alone. They'll be like, oh, there is a consequence.
Yes.
For this level of ignorance.
Yes.
Peak also tweets it has removed videos of Al-Katan on its channels.
Ang issue ni Al-Katan ay hindi issue lamang ng pangungutya sa karapatan ng Pilipino. Issue ito sa karapatang pangtao. Walang puwang sa mundo ang mga taong sobrang privilege na sarili lamang ang iniisip.
Ko na i-boycott yung Da Vinci Code movie na sinulat ni Mr. Dan Brown, inihiling din natin ngayon na i-rectify naman niya yung sinabi niya na
That's the first thing you got to do is boycott. Because we know businesses, nobody worry about nothing more than their bottom line. Was hitting their accounts.
Mm-hmm.
When you start affecting people money that they're making, you then start affecting change.
They start moving different.
Yeah, facts.
Mr. Dan Brown, inihiling din natin ngayon na i-rectify naman niya yung sinabi niya na Manila as the gate of hell.
Dito naman sa usaping fact at fiction. Mukhang sobra na ata tayong sensitibo na pati ang libro ay pinapatulala o umi-eksena lang si dating MMDA Chair Francis Tolentino. Anong masasabi mo dito, ka-proud?
Is more an attack frontal and from behind on our faith.
Sinulatan na raw ni Tolentino si Brown para igiit na mali ang interpretasyon nito sa Maynila.
OA nga ba sa reaksyon si Francis Tolentino o baka naman tama si Dan Brown na gates of hell talaga ang Manila? Si Lucifer nga nagtatagalog eh. Alam mo na kung saan siya dumaan.
Sasalita ba siya ng Tagalog?
Oo, sasalita siya Tagalog.
Madam.
The Gates of Hell issue has triggered mixed reactions from netizens on Twitter. Supermax said he grew up in Manila and he says there is no heaven there. There's no problem with the depiction. Hell is more fun anyway.
Do you run on a machine? You run outside?
I run on a
That's saying a lot. Hell's more fun in here.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Hell is more fun anyway.
Do you run on a machine? You run outside?
I run on a machine. It's just easier for me, I think. Because also, if I get really dark, I'll start to look a little Filipino. It wouldn't match. You know what I mean? Start getting darker you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Exactly.
I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching that one. I'm big on late night TV.
If I get darker, I might look like a Filipino, and then just look at the smirk on her face.
Yeah,
it's crazy work. Look
it
at
was. It. She said it with such ease.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell it was normal.
Look at her face. Now look at his face.
Yeah. Letterman look like, man, you're not gonna get me crucified.
I can't believe you just said that.
I'm not walking through that door.
You gotta do that alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Start getting darker you know what I mean?
No, look at his reaction.
He said, no, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, you know I read people body language. When she said it, look at his neck jerk. Like
his neck jerk. Like, did you just?
I can't believe you just said that.
I can't touch it.
Facts. Because in her life, she probably experienced some R-word stuff towards her and her people. And for you to do the same thing to somebody else, which I know happened to you, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
No, it wouldn't matter.
Look at his body language.
You know what I mean? Start getting darker you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Ano pa nga ba mga
He's a real one.
Siyempre, hindi.
He's a real one for that.
Yeah. Yeah, he handled that extremely in the most professional way possible.
Nagustuhan ng karamihan sa mga Pinoy netizens ang pahayag na yan ni Lucy Liu
No, I
na siya ay
don't.
magmumukhang Pilipino kapag siya ay naarawan. Humingi din naman ng paumanhin ng Hollywood actress sapagkat hindi lamang daw naintindihan ang buong konsepto ng kanyang pahayag. At nilahad pa sa ibang mga interview na siya ay lumaki na may mga Pilipinong matalik na kaibigan.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nagsorry ang
That's what people always say. They say she has to grow with a Filipino best friend. You know, a lot of people be like, I'm not the R word.
Yeah.
I got a black friend.
I got a black friend.
I got a black friend.
Lumaki na may mga Pilipinong matalik na kaibigan.
Nagsorry ang Hollywood actress na si Lucy Liu matapos ang komento niya sa isang
Play,
live interview. Humingi ng paumanhin si Liu. Taken out of context daw.
What the taken out of context?
I don't know.
What's it taken out of context?
The context that you used? I said it like that, but I didn't mean it like that.
Yo, this is crazy. It was taken out of context. It's wow.
Sa isang live interview, humingi ng
You know what?
paumanhin si Liu.
In that situation, that she didn't need the paragraph. All she needed was, I am so sorry.
Yes. It won't happen again.
Yeah.
Someone spoke to me. I see the
I
errors
offended
in my
someone.
ways.
Yeah.
Someone is offended. That wasn't what I meant to do. For those I did offend, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That simple.
Because by adding on, you made it worse.
It's not believable. You guys took me out of What the? What? We said.
heard you.
It's crazy.
Na si Lucy Liu matapos ang komento niya sa isang live interview. Humingi ng paumanhin si Liu. Taken out of context daw ang kanyang komento.
Also, if
I would never insult another group. You clearly
You
insulted.
clearly would.
Right in This lady's
On
crazy.
one of the largest late night platforms that exists.
It's crazy. I would never insult another group.
Taken out of context daw ang kanyang komento.
It's crazy.
Also, if I get really dark, I'll start to look a little Filipino. It wouldn't match.
Bahala ka nga dyan, Lucy Liu. Basta, mas maganda pa nga si Poco ang sayo eh.
To have more kids. Yeah, I think about getting a Filipino mail order bride at this point. I mean,
You know what? A Filipino.
Filipino mail order bride.
What's that?
Like, I just pick one out the mail. She's the one I want.
Oh, that's crazy.
Not getting a Filipino mail order bride at this point. I mean,
Yo, and the thing about him, he never reacts to her or feed into her.
Yeah.
Like when they say something, he just
He
keep
lets you just jump off the cliff by yourself.
I will not be issuing any apologies because I don't have nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
I think about getting a Filipino mail
Look
order
his
bride
face.
at this point. I mean,
Look at his face.
Order ka ng bagay, binabayaran. Kaya ang sagot ko sa kanila, hindi for sale ang Pilipinas, maski sa mga Hollywood actors.
You say, yo, we are not for sale over here. Stop trying to act like you just open a book and just buy any one of us that we want
Page
to.
12, row 3, number 2.
You're lowering the value to say, like, you would just simply just come purchase us.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's what you should try to do to us, right? Purchase us.
That's exactly what they did to us. They didn't try. They did it. I want the big, strong one.
It's crazy.
He looks like a healthy buck.
It's crazy, yo.
Sila, hindi for sale ang Pilipinas, maski sa mga Hollywood actors.
Ito kabastusan para sa ating mga kababaeng Pilipino.
It is rude. It is rude, but it's it's strange to think that this has actually been a reality on this planet for a long time. It's just like when people were going and finding like Nigerian women or Nigerian men who were like kings and princes. Yeah, I'll just get married. I'll get you your American papers. Yeah, drop that bag. Yeah, it's the same thing. That's illegal too.
Yeah, it's definitely illegal.
You know what I'm saying?
It's illegal for a reason.
It's been going on for so long, and like we just talked about, back when they had slaves, how they were doing this with the women and the men. Yeah. When you think about it like that, it's like, oh, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, it's definitely.
But you want to talk like that?
Yeah.
In today's times, in today's climate,
on national television.
Say
it was a joke. You took me out of context. I would never offend anyone.
Yeah, that's beyond bold.
Yeah.
Hollywood actors.
Ito'y kabastusan para sa ating mga kababayang Pilipina, no? You should be responsible enough. Hindi basta makapagpatawa lang sila.
Hindi na nagustuhan ng mga noon ay senador na si Loren Legarda at Bong Revilla ang biro ng Hollywood actor na si Alec Baldwin tungkol sa mga Filipina mail order bride. Hinamon pa ni Senador Bong Revilla ang Hollywood actor kung papasyal ito sa Pilipinas noon.
Pumunta siya dito nang matalupan siya ng buhay.
Hindi naman mawawala ang pangungutya ng ilang mga celebrity sa ibang bansa sa ating Filipino-English accent.
Okay.
Pero nag-foot tayo, like, how are you, Mama and Sam? Good morning! How are you today? Merry Christmas! Mom, today...
That is so the R word. You can see how the audience is even non-receptive. Because it makes them feel
uncomfortable,
cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I shouldn't appreciate this. I know I shouldn't laugh at this.
It was really nothing to appreciate. Like,
yeah.
At the end of the day.
It's sad, yo.
Yeah.
Christmas! Mom, today we have the new collection. We have that one in black and that one in yellow. No, Mom, we don't have bread in that one. Mom, if you want that one, I will call my supervisor and get from the other store. I will ask if you want that one.
동남아시군요.
You see the guy on stage, he's the only one laughing.
The only one laughing.
Keeping it going. The audience, you don't hear no noise.
No noise, nothing. Yeah. And even when he started clapping, like trying to pull them in, and they still were reluctant. Like, I'm not clapping for that.
Yeah, it wasn't even funny.
It wasn't.
조금 발음이 돼요. I'm little bit dusty, but then I have a glass of vodka. 발음이 돼요.
If you want that one.
동남아시군요. 조금 발음이 돼요. I'm little bit dusty, but then I have a glass of vodka.
Siyempre pa hindi papayag ang ating mga kababayan netizen at pinutakte ang kanilang social media account at humingi naman sila ng tawad.
You know, I do it with a little bit of exaggeration just to add the comic factor on it. I'd never meant to insult anyone. It was never meant to be serious. First of all, I would like to apologize.
That's what people always do when they wrong somebody. Oh, it was just a joke. It wasn't meant to be taken serious. Well, they did take it serious.
And that's the thing. It's only a joke if people appreciate it as that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if 500,000 people find it hilarious
and one person don't,
and one person is offended,
that's a problem.
It's not funny.
Yeah.
It was never meant to be serious. First of all, I would like to apologize from the bottom of my heart and to say that I did not really mean to insult or mock or hurt anyone.
You never know. Even out of that 500,000 example I just gave, even if all those people are laughing and that one person is offended, you really never know how many of that 500,000
is really offended.
Yeah. Because people win in groups.
Yeah.
They'll follow the group. So they don't stand.
Go home and think about it like, yo, that was messed up. And this comes down to just a simple rule. Just treat people how you want to be treated. If people was doing this about your ethnic group, would you think it was funny?
Would you think it was
funny? If you wouldn't think it was funny, then what would make you think it was someone else funny? Because even though she was talking about Filipino women and acting like they was talking, in my head, I'm thinking about if she was doing it, that she was trying to imitate black people, and would I think it was funny?
Right. Would I laugh?
I wouldn't think it was funny.
I did not really mean to insult or mock or hurt anyone.
Isa pang BBC show na umani ng batikos dati ay ang Harry at Paul. Ito ay matapos na ipalabas sa kanilang skit na tila binubugaw ang isang Filipina helper sa isa sa mga cast.
What's going on here? Not a lot, I'm afraid. Our chums up the road wanted to see if we could make their Filipino maid with our northerner, but he's not having any on. Come on, Clyde, mount her!
They say, yo, they trying to mate her.
That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
The hell, what type of show is this?
Yeah, I'm like, who aired this? Wow.
But to take it back into history, they try to mate us too.
It's exactly what they did. It's exactly what they did. It was a couple years ago. I can't remember exactly who said it, but I know that he was a billionaire.
Mm.
I can't remember. I believe he was Russian, but I can't remember exactly. Mm. But he said out loud, we should take LeBron James and Serena Williams,
combine their DNA and get super kids.
Yeah, he said that out loud, but that's the same thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's wild.
It's crazy.
It's wild. Like when I heard that, I remember. I can't remember this dude's name, but when I heard it, I was so offended because I was like, "You just breeding super kids now?
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
what you're doing."
It seems like every time we take 2 steps forward, we only take 2 steps backwards to end up right back in the same place. It's crazy.
With our northerner, but he's not having any on. Come on, Clyde, mount her! You! Present your rear!
Hindi nga ikinatuwa ng maraming Pilipino ang
Wow. It's like crazy because this is like all the same stuff that happened to our women.
Yeah.
And it's like me knowing history and seeing that, it's not funny.
People are way too comfortable.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Yeah.
People are way too comfortable because you know how many stages it is to create content and in TV and production and editing and clearing and we're going to do this. No, let's edit this. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
And you mean it made it through all that?
It's crazy. And it's like, you got to think it from a standpoint, like most people have never been to the Philippines, are never going to go to the Philippines. So when you see this stuff on TV, you think this is the narrative that's going on over there. You thinking you could just go over there and pay for somebody. You thinking that you could mate with your maid.
Yeah.
You thinking like that's how things going because you don't know any better.
Because that's the only reality you have.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Come on, Clyde, mount her! You! Present your rear!
Hindi nga ikinatuwa ng maraming Pilipino ang naturang skit sa comedy series at humingi ng public apology mula sa mga gumawa nito.
And that a large number of viewers have been concerned by the depiction of a Filipino woman featured in an episode of Harry and Paul, a series we produced for BBC One. Firstly, we are absolutely sorry for anyone who's in any way offended by the programme. That wasn't our intention.
Isa din sa mga naging kontrobersyal na episode ng
If this was your women over there,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You got to change it around. You know what I'm saying? And if this was your women being presented like that, would you be happy about it? Would you think it was comedic? You wouldn't.
Right. It's bad enough. It's bad enough that sometimes music can be, especially visually.
Yeah.
Videos can be presented in a scandalous way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And make women look in such a way.
Yeah.
But you can't really argue the point when it's someone's own people.
Yeah.
Presenting that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
When an outsider presents it.
When an outsider presents it.
It's different.
It's always different.
It's completely different. You don't even understand our values or our core bases or really what we're going through as a people. You're just putting a narrative on us. And when people see that narrative, they're going to believe that
That's
narrative.
what they're going to believe.
Because people often believe what they see on TV.
Especially when it's an outside source, because what they're going to say then is, oh, I guess this is socially acceptable.
Yes.
You guys aren't complaining about this.
Yes.
That's what I respect about the Filipino people in this video.
They do a lot of complaining.
They weren't just having the conversation.
Yeah, between themselves.
They showed up.
Yeah, in public. News reporters.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wasn't our intention.
Isa din sa mga naging kontrobersyal na episode ng Desperate Housewives ay ang pagmamaliit di umano sa mga medicine school sa Pilipinas matapos ipalabas ang episode na ito.
Before we go any further,
Can I check those diplomas? Because I would just like to make sure that they're not from some med school in the Philippines.
Look, matapos maging kontrobersyal.
That's fire. I ain't even.
That's a rough one.
It's like they damn near going through everything we go through.
Yeah, she basically just said if it's from over there, it's not even legit.
It's crazy. And then we find out that everything. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I would just like to make sure that they're not from some med school in the Philippines.
Look, matapos maging kontrobersyal ay agad naman kumambyo ang ABC network at humingi ng paumanhin.
Meantime, in the Philippines, reports on the show topped news programs and newspaper headlines. ABC says it's offering, quote, its sincere apologies for any offense.
Masyado lang ba talaga tayong sensitibo? O baka naman wala na sa lugar na mapikon sa pagbibiro nila?
I wonder, I wish they had that footage.
What footage?
Like, you know how, even before the episode is filmed, you have your reads.
Screenings.
Yes. I wonder what the tone of conversation was in those rooms when they were reading this.
Yes.
Like, nobody said, hey, we got to change this line.
It's like, yo, if you're not really from that group, you're really gonna glaze over it.
Yeah, somebody was probably in the room like, this is comedic genius. This is hilarious.
But if it was somebody from that culture, they're gonna be offended by this. You can obviously tell nobody from that culture was in that room when that was presented.
TV. Nasa lugar nga ba ang mga pangungutya nila? Ano sa tingin mo, ka-proud? Tama ba na almahan natin silang mga bully?
Straight TV. Let's get